Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at SPY today on December 29th. It is currently 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, but we're going to be taking a look at what happened till this point because usually I don't like to trade the last hour and there's usually not much to discuss there, and I try to get these out by the time the market closes. But I'm going to be talking about my 3 entries that I had today, plus all the entries that I did see today to clarify for people my strategy, the way I trade. But before we start, if you're new to the community, we're a SPY trading community. We trade short-term SPY options. And we have a Discord community, which is linked in the description. You can join that. We will be live trading tomorrow morning, as well as a couple of days of next week, most likely. And, we always interact there, talk about SPY, things like that. So if that sounds something that you're interested in, feel free to click the Discord link in the description. Also, if you do find value in these videos, don't forget to smash a like button. Really helps support, our community. But without any further ado, let's get into my pre-market levels. This was SPY today. In pre-market, I had these levels. We basically did not use any of them. We ripped right from them right at open. All right, so I had a level down here. I had a resistance right here that turned into support with some more support here. So these are support and resistance levels that I'm charting in pre-market. We have some resistance right here. Turns into some support right here. Again, some resistance. All right, some support and some resistance. All right, so some pretty good levels. My pre-market levels are always in light blue. That's the way I chart them. So you guys can tell the difference between my levels that I have during the day and my pre-market levels. All right. So going into the day, all right, we open and we go down. All right. So my most popular strategy, the way I trade, is I want to see old support turn into new resistance. Now, in blue circles, I always chart areas where often people confuse my strategy and they play it the wrong way. Right here, a lot of people were looking to get into puts. All right, I do not play one candle pullbacks. All right, I like to see a good retracement. So if right here in the morning we saw a move down and then a sort of retracement like this with good volume right here and everything was good, then I would have been looking to take a put entry right here. Since we saw one move like this and just one candle like that, I'm not looking to take that entry. It's not the way I like to trade. All right, so this is why this is not a good entry. All right, then we moved up. All right, we had this resistance. I was looking to see, can we maybe retest this level right here for a move up for an entry of calls right here? That never happened, so I had to sit through that moment of time and not take an entry, which is perfectly fine. You don't have to take entries all of the time. You have to have that patience to look for the good setups, to have a certain amount of setups that are good for your trading style, and you wait for them. You don't take calls because it's going up, and you don't take puts because we're going down, or because you have a feeling we are going somewhere. We're going up, all right? So we break all these levels, all right? We have no real levels here until we create this resistance. So I'm looking to see, can we break this resistance right here, and can we maybe retest it? Nothing happens. No reason right here for me to take any good entries. All right, the only thing that I do see here for a call entry was a possible entry right here at this candle. We have a sort of trend line. It fails, it breaks, it comes down to retest it. The only reason I personally did not take this entry is I was not liking this messy trend line. We only had 2 rejections. I usually like to see at least 3 on a trend line that I'm looking to play off of. We also had this weird formation going on here with candles going up, a double top, continuation up, failure to break much higher than this double top, and then a move down. I did not like this, so that was not a good entry. Something else that a lot of people confuse is this entry right here. Why did I not enter this entry, this candle? If you look on the candle that brought us into here, we had 127K of volume, all right? Pretty low volume. On the candle that brought us back, we had 264K, all right? Much more volume on the candle that brings us back to the level than the candle that pushes us through, which means this is not a great entry. If you want to take this, all right, you would probably have gotten stopped on these candles right below. All right. Now, this brings me to my first entry of the day that I took, and it ended up being a small losing trade for me. All right, because I scaled a little too little on the initial candle. So we were moving up. All right. And, we formed this sort of kind of beginning of a head and shoulders. All right. So I'm feeling like we may be coming down. I don't take puts because I feel, but I am thinking about puts at this point. And if a level aligns with my thesis, I may be looking to take an entry. So we have this level of support. All right. Right here at 382.49. All right. Now, if we remove this, all that clutter, we break down that level with this candle. Okay. All right, so we break down with this candle. Now, we come back up and we retest it. I take my put entry. The only thing that I did miss on this trade, and it was my mistake that I did miss this, was that we actually had much more volume on this candle pushing up. I did not check that, and that was my mistake, which makes this a B+ setup, which is why the move down was actually so short. I should have seen that, and if I took it, I should have scaled most of my position right here because I knew if there's more volume on this candle than on the candle that pushes us down. All right, but still I took this entry. I scaled some at that support level, took some SPY puts right here, scaled at this support level. Then on this candle, I got all out, all right, at that break. All right, then we moved up, nothing happening here, no retests of any good levels, just a bunch of chop going on, all right? At this point, I was, a little bit frustrated with this price action, and I took another pretty aggressive entry, all right? And I did actually make some money on it, believe it or not. I scaled much quicker, and then ended up stopping out on the rest of my position. So I did take some puts right here. We broke down this level of support right here, all right? We broke down, we came up, we retested, and came down. Now that I realize I don't like taking one candle pullbacks, I took a little bit of an aggressive entry that I probably should not have taken. All right. At this point in the day, I was a little bit frustrated with the fact that there were very little entries to catch this move up. It was a tough day today. All right. There were some better entries as the day went on after that, to be honest. All right. So that's that. At this point in the day, basically break even. I lost a bit on this trade on this run up, and I actually made like 4% on this trade as I entered here, and then I scaled some on this wick down here. Right? We chop around, nothing really happening over here. All right. Then we come back into the zone. All right. We're trading, and then we have the support level. All right. This is one entry. All right. I should put this in red because it's a good entry. All right. But it just did not work out. All right. We have a clear level of support right here at these bodies. We break down, we retest that level, and it breaks through. So just one of those trades that did not work out. All right. Then we move up, a pretty solid entry right here. All right. We have a support level, we break that level, and then you take your puts on that retest of that level for a move down. All right. This was a pretty solid entry. All right. Now this brings me to the trade that I took, which made all of my money today. These two trades basically canceled each other out, this one and this one. And then this trade right here that I took calls right here on this run up basically made all of my money. I took a small position because of the choppiness all day, which means I only made about $52 today. Okay. This is a small day for me. It was a choppy day yesterday. I had a much more successful day, 3 trades all over 25%. Today I basically only had one trade that went 10% for me and 2 trades that canceled each other out. All right. So we had this break through this resistance level. Then we came down to retest it. All right. On this candle. All right. There was more volume on this initial candle than on the candle that came back. I took my call entry. No stress, perfect entry right here. And then I scaled a big portion of my position at this resistance level. All right. And then I just held my contract for a bit, and then I scaled somewhere around here. All right. And got all out for 23%. These ran all the way up almost 100%. I did not hold that long. Some of the people in the Discord did. I didn't, and I made a small 10% win. Came up, we rejected this level, we started coming down. Nothing really happening until I noticed this loose trend line. All right, so we had this pretty loose trend line, and this is a yellow setup, B+, not great, but it's there. All right, the reason this is a loose setup is I did explain this in live, but when I play a trend line, I like to see the trend on the top and on the bottom. You can see right here we're making lower moves, but on the bottom we're staying flat. I would like to see on the bottom, after this, us to come here, then come up, then come lower, not stay here, come lower, then come up and come stay lower. This is why this right here was a much more lotto entry. All right, I did not take this, but I'm just pointing this out. If you took this, you would have most likely gone stopped out on that pop. All right. After I saw that pop, I adjusted my trend line to something a little different, to that, okay, because I saw the wicks and I saw that we're rejecting right here. All of these trend line entries are lotto entries because it's not a very clean trend line, right? Now I'd like to talk about some more entries, all right? So we come down, you see this resistance level right here. These two entries right here were lotto call entries, all right? They're lotto because they're not the first retracement entry after that pullback. Right here we had that break, we had that retest, and that was a solid first retracement for that move up. Right here, this is already not the first retracement entries, so this is a little bit more lotto. All right, but both were okay. This right here is another more lotto entry because of the fact that we have more volume on the candle that pushes us up to this level than on the candle that pushed us down through that support. Okay, we have a clear support, we break down, we come up, we retest, you take puts. And because we had that volume, I do find that when you have more volume on the candle that leads up to the pullback, back to the line, the move is either very short or the move doesn't happen at all. In this case, the move was short. All right. Another entry right here that, did not work out. And the reason it didn't is because of the volume. You got to look at the volume. We have less volume on the candle that pushes us down than on the candle that comes back up. All right, this is the simple volume indicator. If you're trading my style, you should have that in your on your computer. So yeah, that kind of wraps up the day for me. As the recap, I took 3 trades today, plus $52 on the account, and it was an overall choppier day than yesterday. All right, and those happen as long as you manage your losses. You're not trying to force anything. You're going to be all set. You're going to be, much better off. Yeah. But yeah, that kind of wraps up the day. If you did enjoy this, again, found any value, make sure to, drop a little like, subscribe, turn on noties, and join the Discord. But yeah, that's it from me. And I'll see you guys in the Discord tomorrow, live trading at 9:30. Peace out.